And Dana, you've been kind of tracking the timing of when this rain might come in around Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yeah, I think in a lot of cases we actually got fairly lucky because we're going to have a couple of rounds of rain, but the large majority of it is actually going to be overnight. So as long as you don't plan on going camping, then the Labor Day weekend forecast overall I think is pretty good, all things considered. I think we got lucky there. But if you've been enjoying the fall-like feels and you were out there early this morning, this was actually our coldest night for a lot of us since the springtime. Low temperatures for a lot of us dropped into the 40s overnight, dropped to 38 in Holton. Keep in mind our average low temperature is still 57. Now we were able to bounce back into the upper 60s to lower 70s, still a little bit cooler than average, but fairly similar to what we were seeing yesterday because we've been under this Canadian air mass, an area of high pressure. That's why we saw plenty of sunshine once again out there today. Overall, just a really great stretch the past 2 days, but things are going to be changing as we get into the weekend. Mostly clear skies overnight, but then we'll start to build in some fog late tonight into early tomorrow morning. And now as this cold front approaches from the northwest, we'll start out Saturday with a bit more cloud cover than we've seen over the past few days. And then the first half of the day here is going to be dry. But then that cold front starts to approach as we get into the afternoon. And right after lunchtime, I would say, is when we start to see some of that shower activity moving through areas of northern Maine. We could also see a couple of embedded thunderstorms associated with this front. Now, most of the heavy rain here is actually going to be overnight Saturday into early Sunday morning. Some of these pockets of some heavier rain could cause some isolated flooding, particularly in areas that are prone to it. Now, by the time we get to early Sunday morning, I think most of us will clear out, could see a couple of scattered showers through down East Maine in the first half of the day on Sunday. Most of us, though, will clear out by about lunchtime. However, we all won't be totally dry because I think in the second half of the day, particularly through areas of western Maine, we could see a couple of pop-up showers and thunderstorms, but most of us will be dry here the second half of the day, Sunday. Then we have a secondary trough that moves through Sunday night, and that kind of brings a second round of showers, although less than we'll see overnight on Saturday. But it's able to move through fairly quickly, and then we end up with Monday being the driest day of this stretch, but it's also going to be a little bit cooler. So I know we have a lot going on for this weekend, so let's break it down a little bit. I would say the first half of the day on Saturday looks pretty good. Then we start to see that cold front move through, and in the afternoon, we see some showers and storms. That will continue overnight Saturday into early Sunday morning. Most of us clear out Sunday afternoon, but there are a couple of pop-up showers and thunderstorms there. Then on Monday, high pressure returns, and we get a mixture of sun and clouds. However, it'll be a bit cooler, most high temps in the upper 60s to low 70s, and a bit breezy, especially in the afternoon. Marine forecast sees 2 to 3 feet, ocean temp 66 degrees. And here's a look at that 7-day forecast. So I'm calling it a little bit of summer's last stand as we get into the second half of the weekend because of that humidity kind of ticking up a little bit. But then guys, most of that rain, like I said, is going to be overnight. And then as we get into next week, very much feels like September.
Oh man, here it comes.
Yeah. I know, fall is on the way.
All right, Dana, thanks so much.